Hi, Dr. Eric Snow. I want to talk to you today about not liking to eat vegetables, not loving veggies, and what can you do about it. So there's a lot of similar things I see doing food records on our patients. Different reasons why they don't like vegetables. Texture is a big one. They just don't like the way that it feels in their mouth. Taste is a big one. They try it and they don't like the taste of the vegetable. We have color. A lot of, especially kids, they see something green. They don't think you should eat green. Green looks like grass. It's going to taste bad if it is green. I see that one a lot. And then we have smell. A lot of the cruciferous vegetables, especially the ones that we all need to be eating, from Brussels sprouts to broccoli, cauliflower, garlic, onions. These have a lot of sulfur in them, and sulfur is that smell that a lot of people have an aversion to. And some people don't even like that taste of that garlic and onion taste. And so I see that a lot. It's the smell. And then I was talking with my son Grayson, and he said sometimes he's afraid of the taste of the vegetable, like how it's going to taste. Many times we just ask him, "Hey, just take one bite." He'll take the one bite. He said, "Oh, that's not too bad," and so he'll eat the vegetable. He does eat a lot of vegetables too for a young guy or for anybody, and that's important. He's a very healthy kid because of that. But the question is, you don't love veggies, so what can we do about it? Well, we need to look at different things on how you can improve the taste of a vegetable. A real popular thing is to find some type of a dip that you like. A lot of young children, they like the taste of ranch. And so we have found that we've been able to get at least a serving of vegetables in with young kids, even adults, which is a good place to start just by improving the taste, finding a dip like ranch dip that they like to put in there. And there's healthy ways to make healthy ranch. You can get a organic ranch seasoning package. They can mix with a good healthy mayonnaise, and that comes out real good too. You can thin it with a little bit of water as well. Also, just finding a seasoning that you like. Like, for example, if you like tacos, you might find you like a little bit of taco seasoning with your veggies. Mix that with a little bit of butter, maybe some bone broth with the taco seasoning in there. That can improve the flavor as well. And then it can just be the way you cook it. You know, some things taste better if you bake them versus if you steam them. And you can always use some type of a salad dressing to improve the taste of these vegetables as well. And then we can hide these vegetables in different things. It can be real easy to hide vegetables, of course, when you make a soup, or hide vegetables in different types of dishes. I know you can really pack a lot of things into like a spaghetti sauce as well. So that's another way to try to get more veggies, is to hide or sneak these veggies in. And then just doing small amounts. That seems to be a very easy way. It's easier to influence my son to eat one piece of broccoli versus putting a big plate in front of them. And then you can gradually work your way up once they start to get that taste for that veggie again. And to be honest with you, you know, if I wasn't so convinced about taking care of my body, putting good nutrition, supplements, I'm a chiropractor, getting adjusted is very important to me and my patients. Physical activity and exercise. If I wasn't so convinced about how important your health really is, I'd be honest with you, I probably could live off of potato chips and steak. Just keeping it real simple. But I feel good. You will feel better when you start to add more veggies to your diet. Many people begin to start to lose that stubborn weight when they add the veggies back into their diet. Because of the fiber, it helps to produce satiety, makes you feel full, and then we're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals. And when we get all these nutrient-dense foods, it does help improve our appetite, balance our blood sugar, help us eliminate better. So veggies are very important. But one of my favorite ways to get veggies in, and we have found patients really do well with this, is that we can actually make a blended salad, or we can blend these veggies into a drink, and we can make this drink taste really good. it's real easy to get a high amount of servings when you make a blended type salad. So let's go to my kitchen and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we're here in our kitchen. This is Dr. Katie. I'm going to let her take over, but what we wanted to show you is how to make this blended drink or this blended salad. You can really make it taste good and you can get so many more servings. You don't have to chew as much. It's a real easy way to do it and we enjoy it. So I'll let Dr. Katie take over.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and show you. It's good to invest in a blender. So I know some of you have watched some of our cooking videos, and I'm very conservative with not having a lot of crazy ingredients and crazy kitchenware, but a good blender is super important. So this is a Blendtec. I've been using it for the last 12, 13 years since we've been married.
Right.
And it's an amazing blender. You can probably throw a little piece of wood in there and it makes sawdust. So it's very powerful. But you want this, if you're trying to get this taste for veggies, you want the pieces to be blended as small as possible. So you're really just drinking them and not feeling that like texture as you're, getting your body acclimated to drinking the vegetables. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're using, and these are optional except for the base of the kale or the spinach. So this, I just picked out of our garden. I know not everybody has a garden. By the way, if you're looking for a better understanding of how to make a quick, easy raised bed garden that's organic, make sure you check out our video. It's called Easy Organic Raised Bed Garden, but it'll show you how we grew these. Very simple. It's not complicated. But I just picked these. However, you can go to the store. They have the little plastic clear containers of green mixes, and just experiment with some of the smaller packages and find one that you like. Kale is full of nutrition. You see how pretty and green it is. Spinach, full of nutrition, but you might want to experiment with some of the other darker greens. You don't want to use iceberg lettuce. That doesn't have nutrition in it, but make sure it's green. But there's different greens. There's arugula. There's spring mix. So find one that you like the taste, and you may go through a few containers before you find the one that you like, but this would be the equivalent of you buying one of those containers. Make sure it's organic when you go to the store. And another option I just want to show you is if you want this to be more of a icy drink, you can buy frozen kale in the store. So organic frozen kale, it's raw, it's not been cooked. So you can take this and throw it in the blender and it'll kind of have more of a icy taste to it.
And when you get your fresh veggies and lettuces and so forth, you can freeze those too, and that'll help it last a lot longer.
True. And you could definitely put these on a cookie sheet after you wash them, let them freeze, and then throw them into a bag so they're not all stuck together when you go to pull a few of the pieces out to make this blended salad. That's a great idea, is to go ahead and freeze, because we don't have this beautiful green all year long. A lot of times it's spring, winter, and a little bit of the fall, and so if you want to have this on hand, but of course if it's summertime and you want to make this, you can buy the container at the grocery store, or you can go in the freezer department and buy a frozen one. So I started with just 16 ounces of water, so it's just filtered water in here. And then we're going to go ahead, and I picked, you see this bowl, how much I'm going to put. This is going to condense down into a very compact amount. There's a lot of air in here. So just want to show you how much that I'm using. But I'm using about half spinach and about half of the kale. And I throw the stems in and everything. These stems, they're hard to chew. When we make a salad, I always trim these off and trim them smaller, because they're so hard to chew through. But again, this is one of the things you can do with your blender, is there's so much nutrition in this stalk. It's one of the most nutritious parts of the plant, and a lot of people cut it off when they're making a salad to chew on. So this is a great benefit of blending this.
Yeah, and that's a disadvantage to juicing, is that you're not getting the fiber in the pulp. Your gut bugs, they're really looking for that fiber. There's a lot of pro or prebiotic nutrition in the fibrous part of the plant. And that fiber is one of the major things that makes you feel full. A lot of people don't have good control of their appetite because they're not getting enough soluble and insoluble fiber. So when you start getting 8 to 10 servings of these veggies a day, you do start feeling fuller. Your appetite gets better. And that's one reason why we prefer to do these blended drinks and blended juices. We still do juice, however, you're going to get way more nutrition in this type of drink than you would just doing a juice.
Yeah, and I do want to say one thing about oil. So if you get, this is a virgin coconut oil, cold pressed virgin coconut oil. You don't want refined coconut oil. There's a chemical process when there's refining of oils. And so make sure when you go to the grocery store, you're looking for virgin cold pressed coconut oil. But if you put just a tablespoon of that in there, you're actually going to get more absorption of these vegetables into your cells, because there's a fat lining around your cells and it needs fat to get through some of these nutrients. So I just put a little half of a tablespoon in there, and you won't really taste it, but it will make it a little bit more creamy. And then this is an option too. You can get frozen whole strawberries. Make sure that you don't get ones that have sugar coating on them, because they do have those right next to these in the grocery store freezer section. So organic whole strawberries. And so if you're trying to get acclimated to even drinking this as a blended drink, throwing a couple strawberries into the drink is going to make it icy, but it's also going to make it more palatable. And that's what we're trying to do, is help you get more veggies in. So it's up to you. You can do it without. This is totally optional. Or you can just do a couple. And that's all that's in there. I have the water, 16 ounces. I have 2 big handfuls of spinach and kale, 2 frozen strawberries, and a half a tablespoon of the coconut oil. And I'm gonna blend it. Okay, and that is it. So we have a beautiful blended green.
Yeah, it smells good. I love that fresh green smell. All right.
And it's thin as water. I mean, there's really, with using a high power blender like this sure beats chewing a salad when you're in a hurry and trying to get nutrition in.
Yeah, it's very good. This is a good place to start. If you're trying to lose weight, really keep it to just using the low glycemic berries, like the strawberries and raspberries. Get some antioxidants in there. But if you really have a stubborn issue with losing the weight, you definitely, in the beginning, you want to pull those berries out, because a little bit of fructose will give you that insulin increase, and then that can slow you down with losing weight. And Katie and I, we like to add the red beet power, and also a scoop of the turmeric power as well, so that we're getting our nitric oxide up, getting our inflammation, lots of antioxidants, and then that helps us with inflammation. Then we use this as a pre-workout drink too. So before we go work out, about 15 minutes, we'll do a drink like this. We find that our muscle recovery is better, but we both, almost every time, we'll say, hey, can you feel the beetroot kicking in? I just feel more energy. Right here, it's a circulation thing, and I just feel like more driven to work out. And I have noticed our recovery time is a lot quicker adding this type of drink back in.
Yeah, and I do want to address, for a lot of people who are getting started with raw veggies, there could be the issue of gas. That's okay. We talk about these kind of things in our office all the time. But you do want to make sure that, you're drinking plenty of water, and that you're taking some good digestive enzymes. And so this will help with some of that gas. And a lot of times when we're introducing foods into our diet, it's just a small window of time. So don't think, oh, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to have gas. Every time that I have a blended salad or I'm introducing raw veggies into my diet, it's just an adjustment period. So give your body some time. If you want to try this on the weekend and get a couple under your belt and see how your body does, probably a good idea. Don't start off Monday morning with one of these and run to work, and then you're stuck at work with this intense gas, and it's painful. So digestive enzymes can help. Drinking more water and any other.
Yeah, just watching out for the cruciferous. I've seen that more times than not. People throw the cauliflower in there, throw the broccoli in there. Don't tend to see too many people juicing or blending Brussels sprouts, but you're going to get more sulfur and so that could give you more gas if you're dealing even with some SIBO, other gut conditions. That sulfur could cause some issues as well. But sticking to things like spinach, kale, more the leafier type greens, you should be fine.
Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video, and want to make sure that everybody knows to like and subscribe to our channel. Like this video and subscribe to our channel, and also share with others so that they can enjoy these fun health tips and learn more, good healthy recipes.
Yeah, and if you're having a health concern, whether you live locally or around the world, we would like the opportunity to help you. The number to the office is 337-478-1313, or you can go to snowholistichealth.com and get the information on that.
Awesome. Well, here's to transforming your health naturally. I'm Dr. Katie Snow.
Dr. Eric Snow.
See you next time. Bye-bye.